is rising. Tens of thousands of green crabs crowded together, covering the sand, weaving through each wave. That scene turned the peaceful beach into a biological battlefield. They are only the size of a hand, but they pose a terrible threat. Ecosystems are devastated, fisheries are shaken, and the U.S. economy loses up to $22.6 million each year. A question must be asked: how can such a small creature cause a whole country to suffer? The Discover, green crab invasion. This $22.6 million species is attacking America's coasts. The enemy's scientific name is body, fits in the palm of your hand. But behind that ordinary appearance is an amazing survival ability. Green crabs can survive in environments where many others would perish. Salt water or brackish, icy or hot, they adapt. Each female can give birth to up to 180,000 eggs in just one season. In just a few short generations, the numbers had skyrocketed into a giant army. Green crabs are native to the Nordic and Mediterranean seas, but through the global trade flows, hidden in the ballast water of cargo ships, they have crossed the ocean. Year 1870 along the East Coast, down into Florida, and then across the West Coast. On small boats off the coast of New England or California, American fishermen wage an unequal battle. Steel traps weighing tens of kilograms were dropped into the sea, the cables creaking in the wind and waves. After only a few hours, when pulled up, inside were swarming hundreds of green crabs, their claws wriggling violently. Fishermen dumped them on the deck. The deck instantly turned into a living, slippery, chaotic carpet of animals. The waves crashed loudly against the side, the sea wind whistled in their ears, while the calloused hands of the men continued to work tirelessly. A slip, a rope that sprang back. An accident could happen at any moment. But the bitter thing is, catch thousands today, tomorrow the sea is full again. Fishing becomes an endless chase, like scooping water out of a sinking boat. Faced with the wave of destruction, humans are forced to act. Scientists think further, testing pheromones to interrupt the reproductive cycle, using sonar and drones to detect crab nests, and even developing artificial intelligence to predict new invasion areas. Not only technology, but also coastal communities are involved. Fishermen, students, volunteers join together in campaigns. Eat the invaders. Turn ecological enemies into food. bold idea was proposed: turn green crab into an alternative protein source, opening up a new industry. Green crab appears in soups, on risotto tables, in seafood broths. Some chefs call it the flavor you must eat to save the ocean. But the question lingers. If we treat them as a resource, are we actually slowing their spread, or are we just making them more entrenched in the economy? If the green crab is the silent invader, nibbling away at America's shores in the far north, where icy waves smash into ships like sledgehammers, a different tragedy is unfolding. In 2022, fishermen and scientists were shocked to discover billions of snow crabs disappeared from the Bering Sea in just one winter. One of the world's richest fishing grounds was suddenly empty. Fishing licenses were canceled, boats were moored, and thousands of families were thrown into crisis. Unlike the green crab, which reproduces endlessly, the snow crab is betrayed by the ocean itself. Bering Sea temperature rises abnormally. Ice melts early, cold water layer, where crabs, snow needed to survive, disappears. Consequences: More than 10 billion snow crabs starved or were wiped out. A fishery resource worth hundreds of millions of dollars a year evaporates, leaving a void that cannot be filled. The Alaska government is forced to cancel the entire 2022 to 2023 snow crab season. The regional economy was immediately shaken. Then $1 billion evaporated in just a few months. The global seafood supply chain has been devastated, not just in the United States, but throughout the global seafood supply chain. Crab prices have skyrocketed, high-end restaurants have run out of ingredients, and thousands of fishermen and processors have lost their jobs. However, the paradox lies in this. While native snow crab disappears after just one winter, then green crab, an alien species considered ocean destroyer, is reproducing like no one has ever been able to contain it. One side is the excess to the point of destruction. One side is the desperately exhausted. And the controversial question arises: have humans, through global trade and climate change, created an ocean of paradoxes where invaders are endlessly exploding while native treasures are slowly dying?
The ocean is changing faster than ever, with invaders proliferating endlessly, while native treasures disappear in the blink of an eye. The question remains, can we control these paradoxes, or must we learn to live with them? If you find this story thought-provoking, please like, subscribe, and share so we can continue to bring controversial truths and unprecedented perspectives on the natural world.